Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. We're going to do another project here. It will be another Santa. Some of you saw my uh-oh Santas. What is an uh-oh Santa? Well, the uh-oh Santas are the ones that are stuck in the chimney, like this one here. Okay? And I'm going to do a couple of different versions of it. This is one where he's really stuck. It was a prototype that I had started with. And then I came up with another kind right here. But I wanted to stick with the series that I was with. This is the uh-oh series, but the sitting series that I had with all the same block being an inch and a quarter, 3 1/4 inch long, with an inch and a half by an inch and a quarter, and tapered about a half an inch up, an inch and a half up from here up, tapering it up. I wanted to stay with that concept, so I thought I'm going to experiment with it. I'm going to see how it works out. Hopefully it will work out. Like I say, a lot of times I have no idea what it's going to look like. Sometimes I surprise myself with it, but we're going to give it a whirl. We're going to try to do this Santa, okay, on the bottom. Now you can do it without the feet if you want, but I'm going to give him the feet on the side, like they're sticking out from the chimney. So we're going to do a few versions of the uh-oh Santa, so that you can have a choice of doing them any way you want. They tend to be, all the chimney Santas have somewhat been popular, like this one here, you know, this size here with him sitting on top of the chimney. So we're going to do a couple of different things here. So let's get started with what we have here. I told you what the dimensions are. I've got to find my nice sharp knife here. I'll put a couple of them here so I have something to work from. And what we're going to do is, I kind of drew this on already. What's important when you do the chimney Santa, wherever you taper it off is where you need to start. Okay, so the very first line you're going to put in here is where the top of the chimney is going to be. Alright? And again, I rest my finger against it, and that gives me the exact same spot. And then I'm going to go down a little ways and do where the white part, top of the chimney goes. So we're going to go around and put that in. Kind of eyeball it a little bit. Alright. And as you can see, I already put, this needs to be a little bit longer on this side with the feet. I'm going to kind of motion where the feet are going to come out underneath the chimney. Alright. Like he's crushed underneath it a little bit. And we are going to put a little bit of the foot here, and then we'll continue with the chimney. This here, the second row and the third row, we're going to worry about that later on. But I want his nose to stick out right above the chimney. Okay, and we're going to have his hat, we're going to have a tassel on this side. So I kind of have it drawn out already. Right here you want to kind of put a line across and kind of drape it over far enough that we can put the eyes in and come down like so. Alright? Same thing over here. We're going to come down a little bit like so. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to outline where the top of the chimney is going to be. Now, right underneath the nose here, you're going to just do a little bit of a notch. Okay, you're not going to do a lot out right there. Just like so. And over here, you're going to do another notch. Bring it down. Alright. This one here. Now remember, he's going to have his tassel. This is going to all be red back here. This will be his hat. But we need to distinguish where the corners are going to be on the top. Alright, exactly like that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just bring this down a little bit. Alright, now we're not going to do a lot right here because we're going to just take a little bit off there. And then we're going to kind of scoop this out a little bit. See how I'm staying away from that line a little bit because we need to put that little stop cut in there. I had a lot of fun doing the Santas. Every year I come up with something a little bit different than what we've been working on. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attach these lines. So a lot of times I will use my knife and then push down kind of hard. And then I actually have a line there that I can kind of follow with the tip of the knife for my stop cut. You want to make sure you keep your hands out of the way. Make sure you put your carving glove on and your thumb guard on. And we're going to just go from the top. We're going to just bring this in a little bit. Alright, there's a lot more to cut off, but again, I'm going to go from corner to corner with my knife. Hopefully, if it's not long enough, you can do one section first. But this makes the line really nice and straight. So when you score it a little bit like that, your little tip of the blade will follow that out pretty well. Alright, we're just kind of putting where all the lines should be. Again, I'm going to kind of squirt a little bit and follow my knife down. Okay, bring this in. Give us an idea where everything starts here. Sometimes when you try to do it freehand like that, it'll get a little wavy. So if you can use your knife, your straight, the straightness in your knife for the top, making those lines really stick out, that's fine. That works a little bit better. That will make it absolutely straight. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the top of the hat right now, and I'm going to push that in. We're going to start putting where the hat and the top of the nose meet. We're going to kind of go in kind of deep there, alright? And then we're going to go down here where it meets with the cheek there and the bottom part of the hat. We're going to file that out around like this. Put a stop cut, and we're going to, actually when you do this one in the corner, you want to get like that triangular cut out a little bit there, okay? Just like I did. I'm going to bring this up and around like so. Alright. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I did wet it a little bit just to make it a little easier to cut. This wood is already soft, but I just want to try to make it as effortless as I can with cutting it. Alright. There we go. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring this down a little bit more and start scooping this out, because we need to get that shape of the hat. Now here we have the tassel, right? We'll be right back.